Hello everybody, welcome back to my Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous Azata playthrough. Sorry that I've been absent for a few days. I've been trying to find time to work around the construction that's happening next door, and it's not been ideal. But I'm recording this one later today, so I might upload it tomorrow. Anyway, when we left off, that we just started this party at the Defender's Heart. So I guess we can...
To everything good that exists on Golarion.
Chat to everyone.
Kindness, warmth, friendship, and everything else that helps us get through the difficult moments in life.
Good words. And true, too.
I would like to make a toast as well.
Come on, friend. Give us a proper toast.
Oh, okay, we've got to be really over dramatic here. One day, a young eagle flew high and looked out over Golarion. You are seized with sudden inspiration. He saw rivers and seas, mountains and forests, all things living and not, but suddenly a strong wind came and threatened to blow the young eagle away. You suddenly wonder if you can stop. What a silly thought. Why stop when you are giving such a beautiful toast? The eagle fought the wind for a long time. When he finally prevailed, he reigned as the sole ruler and protector of the skies. So let us toast. You should probably finish the toast, but how? I like this part. To the eagle who soars through the skies and rises high to overcome the winds and anything else, be it demon or god, that stands in his way. For the sky is infinite, the greater heights always await. And greater heights always await. The beer has a strong, rich, slightly tangy flavour.
Ah, that was beautiful. Let's have another.
Oh, there's no more super long ones. Yeah, to those who will always have your back, to our comrades in arms. You drink, the smell of beer gently tickles your nose.
I will happily drink to that. And more than once.
Can we just go through all of these? To Kenabres, I remember its destruction, but it has blossomed once more. The beer sends a pleasant warmth through your body.
Are we sure this isn't a drinking contest?
Yep, it is now. To our enemies, may they always be plentiful. You tip the tankard over and, for a second, the floor disappears from under your feet.
Ooh. Ooh. There. I'm fine. Good old Seela is fine.
To justice, may everyone get what they deserve. You can no longer taste the beer. It occurs to you that you may already be made entirely of beer. To cleanliness, we have scored the abyss and we will score it again if we must. What if the Selen flowed with beer instead of water? This is the thought that suddenly comes to your mind. A fortitude check. Oh, we're definitely going to try this. Let us drink to beer. Without it, we would have nothing to drink. Though you just raise a glass to it, the beer seems reluctant to flow into your mouth. With monumental effort, you manage to force it to comply.
Don't let the beer win. But I think it's about to overpower me. I hereby declare a truce with beer.
Busted a move,
Don't be shy.
Jeff.
Close your eyes and listen to the music, and your 2 feet will find a way.
I will try one dance. Just don't let anyone look at me.
Hey, Chief! Check out my moves.
How's the evening going?
It's so much fun. Have you seen how I twist my tail when I spin?
I am having so much fun. Will you dance with me?
All succubi know how to dance, but that dance isn't suitable for this evening. So, I created a new dance.
Try the mobility check. It's my turn. Step aside. You dance divinely. The Defender's Heart has never before seen such moves. Oh, it's not actually... Come on, do some moves.
Yes, just like that.
Ember jumps up and claps her hands.
It's so nice to dance with you. It turns out I really miss dancing, and I didn't even realize it.
To catch up on why we're here doing this, I think this is the end of the Dance of Masks DLC. And so you have this kind of big last party going on at the Defender's Heart, which is where a lot of this started. Relax and enjoy yourselves. Drinks are on the house. I'm sad that Trevor, the Manda. I feel kind of bad for Trevor. Like, as a companion, every other companion has had whole things to do during this, and Trevor's just kind of been there, tagging along.
Next! Your golden eyes shine brighter than the sun.
A mediocre effort. I have heard countless compliments about my eyes, and about a third of them involved comparisons to the sun. I give it 2 out of 10. Next!
Your hair is like the Selwyn. Will you let me drown in it?
Not too bad. My hair is curly, and comparing it to the river is thematically opposite. That said, darling, being drowned by hair is the stuff of nightmares. But I shall add a point for self-sacrifice. 4 out of 10. Oh, Commander! Will you join us?
What's going on here?
A contest for the best compliment about me. Naturally. I'll treat the winner to a cocktail.
Oh, see, this is interesting. Calling him sensitive and vulnerable, he'll hate. Comparing him to Iomade, he'd also hate. Yeah, I'm gonna tease him. This competition is foolish, and so is the prize. Yet I am relieved to know that you can count to 10.
Rude. And I would even say aggressive. Oddly enough, such compliments do sometimes work. They put the speaker in a position of power, and power excites. And yet, it is not to my taste. I shall give it 4.5 out of 10. But even that is pushing it.
I don't believe he would have liked any of those compliments.
Unfortunately, your compliment was not part of the competition. No cocktail for you.
Oh, fine. I was just toasting with Ulbrig and Sealer. Anyway. Wait, who's at this table? Nenio, Greybor, Social, and Regil. What could they be talking about?
Commander, I challenge you to a game of dice.
Shall we play? Will you test your luck against mine?
1,000 gold pieces says you cannot beat me.
You are just in time, girl. I have analyzed this game, and now I know exactly how to win.
What are we playing for?
I'm playing for money. If I win, the 1,000 gold pieces will be mine. And I never lose.
After what happened the last time, I stopped playing for money. So if I win, the loser has to crow like a rooster.
If I win, the loser has to rewrite my encyclopedia in elegant cursive.
Wow, this encyclopedia is meant to be long. That's a proper punishment.
I already have everything I need. I am just buying entertainment at the risk of losing something insignificant.
Regil, why are you even playing the game?
What else am I supposed to do at this celebration? Get drunk? Dance a little jig?
Fair enough. I mean, I thought you'd be checking the security, if nothing else. Let's play. The players shake their cups of dice before slamming them down on the table. Time to reveal the rolls. Your dice reveal a 3 and a 4, a thoroughly average roll.
A well-deserved victory. I took into account the angle of the cup when shaking and the trajectories of the dice inside. My calculation was perfect.
Nenio's dice stare up at you, snake eyes. Actually, you have to roll higher than everyone else, not lower.
Really? But why didn't anyone tell me this before? Though there is a possibility I was told, but decided the information was of little importance.
Regil's dice show a 1 and a 3. He shrugs indifferently.
Not bad. I'm lucky today.
Social rolls a 4 and a 5. I wonder if this is random or if this is predetermined.
Hand over your money, if you'll be so kind.
How can you guaranteed win a game like this, Greybor? Are you cheating? With a contented grin, Greyball lifts his cup and reveals a pair of sixes. Yeah, that's a cheat. No way can you just roll 2 6s and be that confident about it. Yeah, perception check. Greyball once again places the cup over his dice, but not before you notice that they have 6s stamped on all sides. How about you show us your dice, Greyball? Greyball reluctantly raises his cup. You were right. The mercenary managed to swap the regular dice with trick ones.
What? Oh, you cheater!
Social is furious. Are you fighting? Only the spendthrift plays fair. Making somebody crow like a rooster is more fun than winning money. A merry feast. Any game can be won by strategic thinking. Luck is overrated. There's no one else hanging around, is there? We talked to everybody? Oh, Rovers is still here. Relax and don't worry about a thing. The Eagle Watch is standing guard. No Razmiri cultist is getting in today. Or is getting past us. Okay. I think that's everybody. Oh no, Ivu. Do you have anything to say? Why are you hanging out back here? Cookies, donuts, candy, so many treats, so little time. Let's gather everybody. Oh, this is nice. I'm sad Lan's not here. I mean, Camelia's not here either, but I'm less sad about that, given... Did you just take a picture? It flashed like there was a camera went off.
I wish to drink to our souls. They are the purest, most precious thing we possess.
We should raise a glass to discipline, and to the hope that this buffoonery will end as soon as possible.
Why is everyone so far down?
Drinking alcohol is irrational. Let us conduct an experiment on irrational behavior.
I guess there's spots for Lan, Wenduag, the Queen. Oh, there you go. A festive moment has been captured. You will find it in the screenshots folder. Get some rest. Wooljiff, what are you doing?
Oh! Chief!
Uh-huh.
Can't sleep? I know how you feel.
Care to explain yourself?
What do you mean? I ain't done nothing. It's nothing. Just for old time's sake. Well, I wanted to see if I've still got it. Anyway, it's not like I'm stealing from our people.
Wooljiff becomes flustered as you stare him down. You know what, I'm tempted to do the chaotic option, but the folk in this tavern are also our people.
Well, but it's not like they're our people, right? Besides, they barely have anything worth stealing. Maybe they won't notice anything is missing?
I'll fine, cut me in.
You got it, Chief.
A diamond and a gold ring. That's definitely stuff worth stealing. Cheeky bugger, Wooljiff. Trevor? Kill all demons.
I have a question. How does Pharasma know whether to judge a soul, if there's a chance it may be resurrected in the future?
The answer to this question lies in the realm of faith, not understanding. You just need to believe in divine wisdom. Pharasma has existed for eternity. It will exist for just as long. She surely knows how to judge souls much better than we do.
My interest is purely personal. I could bribe the High Priest of Pharasma by donating a small fortune. In exchange, he would whisper to Pharasma to leave my soul alone until I am resurrected.
If I were Pharasma, I would categorize all souls, then set a waiting period for resurrection in direct proportion to their usefulness to Golarion. That's likely what she did.
The goddess must feel the threads that bind souls together. Through these threads, she must surely be able to tell if anyone will try to resurrect the soul.
I really wish it were true.
But what if no one loves the mortal?
Well, can you hear us from over there, Arushale? Arushale covers her mouth in horror.
To Sakharin, the world doesn't work like that.
She's just shouting from the other room.
I am categorically against this theory. There are known instances of individuals completely devoid of empathic connections being resurrected. These resurrections were successful. Next question. Why do the eggs of different breeds of hens have distinct colors?
This is a post-party chat. I've had a few of these. You alright, Regil? I'm already asleep, Commander. I suggest you follow my example. Ulbrich, you doing alright? Fight to the last drop of blood, drink to the last drop of mead. Our wisdom said something like that, but I can't remember it just now. Greyball? I will make a little more money and then make a little more and... some of our companions are not doing well. Sealer? Oof, I'll get rid of this hangover, don't you worry. After I lie down for a little while longer, that is. Where's Ember? Ivu? I'm so good at eating, but I'm so bad at stopping before I'm stuffed. Oh, you're not hungover, you're just full. How much did you eat? Where is Ember? Oh, she's in the room too. Fair enough. I would like to speak with you when you're free, please. I'm free now, Arushale. I guess our goal is to just rest, right? Yeah, get some rest.
Kidnappings, fighting, intrigue. Are all mortals celebrations like this?
Arushale's ruby eyes shine with a mixture of curiosity and concern. Just the fun ones.
Fun. You know, it was fun. When the Troubles first started, I didn't even realize the celebrations had stopped.
Arushale puts a slender finger to her lips and frowns thoughtfully.
Still, it was a difficult day. For us. For you. How are you feeling?
All the better for seeing you.
No, I didn't. That's not what I meant. There's something I'd like to ask you, but I want to know how you're feeling first. I don't want to be a burden.
Arushale's cheeks turn pink. She smiles shyly. I'm alright, you don't need to worry.
Despite everything that's happened today, you remain unfazed. I'm glad. I have a request. There was something very important I wanted to do here in Kenabres, but to be honest, I forgot about it in all the commotion.
Arushale smiles at you fondly.
I want to visit the Temple of Desna, and I'd like you to come with me. Will you, please?
Arushale studies you for a moment before she speaks. Is there something at the temple you want to see?
No, not really. I can't fully explain it, but I think I need to see the temple with my own eyes. Even if just for a moment. It's important to me.
I'm wondering, because I'm guessing that whichever companion you have a romantic interest with has something special at the end of this. It makes sense that Arushale is going to the Temple of Desna. I wonder if you were like romancing Daeron, for example, you go back to his old house where you first met him. I don't know what you do with Lan. You can maybe go down to Neathholm, or Netherhome, whatever it was called, the mongrel village. A late night visit to the House of Dreams, that's a great idea, and very romantic.
Really? I thought so too. That it's a great idea. I mean, not that it's romantic. Although it is romantic too.
Arushale's fair face flushes scarlet.
So will you visit the temple with me? I'd really like you to come.
You can go to the temple on your own. That's such a bad thing to say, isn't it? Do you have something special planned?
Planned? No, I don't have anything planned. Should I make plans? A meal, or maybe a surprise, or a trap? No, there won't be any traps. I promise.
Sure, let's go.
Let's go.
Arushale takes your hand. Her fingers are soft and warm as they intertwine with yours. I don't actually know all the companions, which companions are romanceable. I know Darren is, I know Lan is, and obviously Arushale. I think Camellia is.
I'm finally here, with you.
Arushale gazes up at the arched ceiling of the sanctuary. I think Social is as well. Running a slender finger along a pew. I can't read today. Running a slender finger along a pew. Then her eyes fall on the altar and a smile crosses her lips. Reach for her hand. I'm here. Arushale startles as though awakened from a dream. After a moment, she gives your hand a gentle squeeze.
This is where you first heard me, remember? I never imagined that I would come here myself someday, as a mortal, not a demon. And I never dared to dream that I would be standing here with someone who loves me.
Aww.
I want you to know, you are the reason I'm here today. I could never have become mortal without your help. I would not have taken my place in this big and wondrous world if you had not stood by my side.
I'm not sure, because number one is, I feel like that's nice. That's a nice thing to say, sort of affirming that she had the strength to do it, or saying, or leaning into the part where she's kind of saying that she's here with us. I'll go with the first one. You walked this path, Arushale. You, no one else.
But you showed me the way. You helped me stay on the path and not stray.
Oh, the music's loud.
You taught me what it means to be mortal. I couldn't imagine a life in this world without you. You mean everything to me. You are my whole world.
Oh, I guess we can do both options then. And I will remain by your side forever.
Yes, I know.
Arushale's lips tremble slightly and she studies your face as if trying to memorize every detail.
You are a miracle. You walk through the world and Elysium follows in your wake. You have done so much good, and I know you will do so much more. You make the world a better place. Yet, still, I'm afraid. I fear for us, for our future. But that doesn't make any sense. I shouldn't have these fears. I have found love, and all my dreams have come true. So why am I still afraid? Is something wrong with me?
I like using a different angle during the dialogue. I don't think the game's done this at all. It's shown some like kind of cutscene things, but not during dialogue. It's normal to be afraid. All mortals have fears.
Really? So it's normal for mortals to feel this way, even when they're happy. Wait. Does that mean you're afraid of something?
I'm afraid of losing you.
But that's impossible. You won't lose me. But if I am ever lost, I will do everything I can to find myself again. I will overturn the plains to make my way back to you. But I do understand. You fear something you have no need to fear, just as I do. Thank you, I needed to hear that. It's important for me to know that these fears are normal for mortals. Still, I can't help but wonder, what does the future hold for us?
Arushale glances at you from beneath her lowered lashes. We will be happy. Whatever span fate has allotted us, we will spend it together.
And every moment will be filled with love.
Arushale's eyes, alight with happiness, are locked on yours. Her lips tremble with emotion. She tentatively caresses your hand with her own. I love you.
And I love you. Just saying the words fills me with happiness.
Arushale steps closer to you and brings her lips to yours. In this moment of intimacy, an almost palpable magical feeling of tenderness seems to fill the room and envelop you both. Oh, we got an achievement. True Love's Kiss. You had an extra special date. The festival in Kenabres is over. The fanfare and fireworks may have died down, but the people's love and admiration for the commander will never fade. After all, the commander is more than just a hero to those who dwell on Golarion. She is a deity incarnate. Oh, that was cute. I liked that DLC. It was fun. And now, I think as I've said before, we mostly just have crusader stuff to deal with. Until we until we hit the last barriers. Yeah, celebration was successful. We've still got 5 days for Bastion to Fortress expansion. Let's just get more Havoc Dragons. I guess we'll head back up. Oh, we don't need to even walk, do we? We can just teleport back to Dresden. There are no demon armies trying to attack us or anything like that, are there? No. Let's enter the... Oh wait, we can actually... I think we can now make a... We got another hide of magical creature, didn't we? At some point during that DLC. Nice. Yeah, I feel like this last chunk of time is just going to be skipping through time, trying to get our military and logistics experience to the max. And then the minute we've done that, we can head straight to Threshold. Sorry you weren't there, Lan. I did miss you. Would have been nice to see what sort of things you could do at the festival. The bearded quartermaster gives you a friendly nod. What can I do for you? The demon squad you mentioned earlier has been destroyed. We have avenged the deaths of our soldiers. Walser smiles, and you see tears glistening in his eyes. It looks like he's barely holding back from squeezing you in a bear hug. Thank you, Commander. Thank you so much. Many of those who died were my friends. It was them who made that figurine for you, prayed for your safe return from the abyss, pitched in for that gift and more. I'll make sure to tell everyone how much you care about the common folk. We will be forever grateful. Oh? We have a mask or something. Oh yeah, it's that mask that we stole from... What was his name? Razmiran. Or Razmir, something like that. Oh, we have a lot of stuff now. It's alright, we're fine. Storyteller. Please examine my items. Give the storyteller the mangled demon helmet and the necessary materials. Restore this relic for me. Stretching arcane symbols with his hands, the storyteller begins to reforge the damaged helmet. The hides turn into scraps and the metal into armor plates, which are tempered in a mixture of demon blood and magic essence. The owner of this item was called the Shy Lily. He was a murderer. No, he was a master of the art of slaughter, a missionary of violence whose deeds were a source of delight and horror. but even his fame faded when he met a truly destructive power. Okay. I wonder if there'll be anything waiting for us in the Citadel. I don't think so. I feel like we've probably passed most of the events at this point. Yeah, there you go. Hey, Queen Galfrey. You should have come to the festival with us. It would have been cool if like Anevia and Irabeth and that were there too. I've recently been rewatching One Punch Man, which if you've not seen that as a show, I recommend. Oh, now Demon Armies are approaching. Cool. Yeah, if you've not seen One Punch Man before, I recommend. It's very funny. But it gave me a thought that doing a Saitama-inspired build would be quite fun. You just put everything into punch power. And that'd definitely be, if I was going to do a legend playthrough, I'd make that Saitama, because he doesn't need mythic power. He's just pure human strength. These armies will be nothing. Easy. This is a bigger army. But that doesn't mean it's threatening. I'm really surprised by how little enemy commanders we've ever seen. There are a lot more in Act 3. Yeah, the armies that had commanders were a lot more present in Act 3 than they were... Where's this last army coming from? Oh, it's coming towards the Sinister Mansion. Okay, you travel that way then. Everything's ready for the Relic's augmentation. Take out the Gilbereths first. They're a lot less threatening than the flies. And you start whittling down the zombies. You use Enslaved Soul on the Gilbereths, see if that does anything. Yeah, you archers keep whittling down the zombies. Got the tanky knights. The convicts, or they're conscripts, sorry. again. Great. Archers keep whittling down the zombies. Okay, do Song of Seasons. We can just have everybody get as close to the enemy as we can. To max out Song of Seasons. Everyone just keep attacking. There you go, that's perfect. Should do a cure wounds on the zombies. I'll do Song of Seasons again to ensure that this finishes next round. At the moment we're not doing much damage at all, but we're poking them. They're doing hardly anything to us, so... There you go. Perfect. You guys keep coming back up to Dresden. I want it to be easy to reinforce you when we get the recruitments in. Got an event, the fate of Nemarius's burning brand. The craftsman of the crusader willing to reforge Nemarius's burning brand into a weapon filled with his flaming fury. Now, to choose what it will be made into. A sling, a bardiche, or a trident. Let's make a bardiche. Yep, make it a fearsome weapon. Let's do the fate of the unholy symbol of Rovagug. Yeah, we get another Havoc Dragon. Principles of Drake training. An eccentric Crusader Knight has secretly hatched a Rift Drake from an egg and is trying to train the vicious creature. The Drake has already killed several servants, but is beginning to obey some of the commands issued to it. The noble is asking for permission to obtain a few more drakes. What does Drake training give us? All generals gain the Pet Drake ability. Summons Rift Drakes, okay. Kill the Drake and punish the Knight. Convince the Knight to train something more peaceful. Unlocks the Mount training decree. All cavalry units gain Swift Mount's feat for 30 days. Keep the Drake in chains and use its venom. We're not doing that. Sure, we'll permit the request. Rift Drakes are capricious and full of malice, but their might is undeniable. Perhaps the Knight's experiments are not so absurd as they might seem at first glance. We don't need a morale increase. Let's do call the Azata. Ah yes, we can recruit now. Perfect. This is going to be a little tedious, isn't it? Okay, get more. Perfect. You guys can also come to... No. No, bring them here, please. Remember, we're doing all this recruitment for the just for the military experience, basically. Gonna have to remember who's in what army. You have the Golden Legionnaires. Oh, and that's it from this group here. Oh, you can level up too. Yes, please take Scorching Ray. Thank you. You travel over here, and then this army you have the Cuirasses, Shield Bearers, and War Priests. Perfect. You can all come down here then. And then the rest we are still going to recruit. That doesn't matter, we're not putting them in anything. Oh, we're out of resources, are we? We are never out of resources now. Well, what are these? Assassins. They have a lot of power in them, apparently. No, no, wait, stop, go back. Oh. So close. Does that mean we still haven't got enough military experience? We're going to have to wait one more week then for extra recruitment. Skip another day. I'm worried we won't be able to get enough logistics experience. We should have everything built up, right? Should be 9 things here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 10. Did I not max out this set? Oh! Yes, need to max this out. I think everything gives the same amount of logistics experience, doesn't it? Except for the Pathfinder Society Lodge. Is that going to be a much bigger building, though? Okay, actually, the Pathfinder Society Lodge, that's 6... Okay, so that's... Yeah, the Military Academy takes up 4 spaces. Oh, does the Pathfinder Society Lodge also take up 4? In which case, it's not really that much better than... Yeah, that's going to take up 4. So it doesn't really matter. The Grand Hall of Strategy is good, but in terms of logistics experience, but it's just the same as taking up 2 spots, really, isn't it? I could get rid of the Watchtower and the Citadel. Yeah, everything that takes up 4 gives you the exact same amount of experience basically, except for the one that gives you 16,000. You know what? Let's sell the Citadel, and let's just confirm this. Does this lower our logistics experience selling stuff? So it's at 640,500 at the moment. If I sell the watchtower, yeah. Okay, we'll build the Garrison Hall of Champions. And then we can build a hospital, why not? Mercenary guild. A sanctuary. What does a sanctuary do? Oh, it's energy points income and a shelter. Sure. They all do the job. Can't believe I didn't realise that was had empty spaces. That should help our logistics then. Yep, some 5 Righteous Azatas. Let's do Glory to Heroes, why not? Clear those up. The bastion can be expanded into a fortress. This can be done in the management menu of the selected fort. Let's do it at this one. And then we need to build here. Get our logistics up. Let's build an inn, a market. A shelter, a supply center, so it really doesn't matter at this point. Tavern, saboteurs headquarters, and another hospital, why not? That should help us get the right amount of XP that we need. And then we just need military things. We could acquire unclaimed property or deal with the tieflings. Let's do the deal with the tieflings. Yeah, we still have time for the next recruitment drive. Everything is ready for the relic's augmentation. The unholy symbol of Rovagug was imbued with the energy of destruction and decay. Its shards can be melted together to forge an axe. The craftsmen are wondering what shape and size of the weapon would fit the commander best. Oh, none of us use axes. Make a great axe. And decrees. Let's enchant Nemarius' Burning Brand. More demon armies. It's nice of you to come from this direction. Means our main army can deal with you. Maybe I can get all this kind of tedious stuff done this episode, and then next episode we can actually start. Just go straight in with the attack on threshold and finish things off. Easy stuff. Yeah, if I was going to put together a Saitama build for this, I'd have to use my head a bit. I mean, a monk would definitely fit, because they're punching characters. And then if I was going legend and you can have the extra 20 levels, maybe a monk fighter or a monk barbarian. I just want to avoid any sort of magic or kind of over buffing sort of things, and just go like pure strength, pure kind of hardcore fighter type. I think if I ever do a legend playthrough, it will be a One Punch Man themed one. I'd even kind of try to roleplay as it. I think Saitama's true neutral. I mean, he's got a good guy streak in him for sure, but he's just so like, whatever about pretty much everything. These armies are out of hand. Priests have inspired the troops. Logistics reform. Cool. Well, we have to wait 3 days to even do it. Let's just do the play day of Havoc Dragons again. Threatened. The spies have reported that the enemy is preparing a series of attempts on officers' lives. The generals are asking the commander to take precautions and protect her loyal servants. Oh, this adds military experience. Do any of these add logistic experience? No. That deducts military experience. Okay, we're not going to do that. We'll guard the officers both during battles and in between them. Adds 1,500 military experience points. Groups of guards were formed to protect the officers. They remain watchful day and night and have already prevented several assassination attempts. Good. Everything's ready for the relic's augmentation. Impetuous Havoc Dragons were charmed by the Crusader's feast and refused to leave the material plane. We'll enchant this relic. And do call the Azatas again. Nemarius' blazing spirit still lives within the relic forged from his burning brand. 3 spellcasters, a fierce priest of Callistra, a wise druid, and a sinister necromancer have arrived in Dresden. All 3 are asking permission to cast their spells on the relic, and the commander has to decide to whom to grant this privilege. I mean, this really doesn't matter. The druid. The wise druid summoned primordial flame from the plane of fire and poured it from his hands onto the relic. Engulfed, all of Nemarius' malice turned to ash, and the vessel with his spirit was purified and filled with frightening radiance. The powerful succubus was transported to the thiefling's hideout. Cool, logistics reform. That's what we've been waiting for. Oh, and we can recruit. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Ooh, druids. They're an option. Yeah, just recruit all of these. Okay, Hedge Knights there with the one over there, as are Golden Legionnaires. And conscripts, and rogues even. So there's a lot that goes into that army. You travel this way. The list is getting too long. It's getting way too long. You come back over here. So I can start putting your armies back together. Rogues. I want you to also come down this way. Yeah, just recruit everything. Sisters of Golden Enris. Oh. Does not matter how much these barbarians cost. Barbarians? Mercenaries. Oh my days. But we've met. Okay, perfect. We should have enough to get military reform now. The Crusade logistics have been reformed. The Logistic Council requests that the Crusade leader attend their meeting and receive an update report. Yeah, inhabitants of Elysium have come back. Development the art of war. Perfect. Let's acquire unclaimed property. We'll do generous recruiters too. I had to fill that line. Oh wow, the amount of armies is ridiculous at this point. No, not there. Join them here. Okay, we've got a few more demon armies coming in now. Where were they coming from? Okay, one's coming this way. So that's up to this army to deal with. Lovely. And this one's coming over this way. Okay. You know what? Go pick up the reinforcements and then go back. Oh, there's a level 10 one here. Interesting. That might prove more difficult. Or maybe not. Oh. You know what, go towards this army now. This one's over here dealing with this. Okay. Let's go inside Dresden so we can do these reform events. No, not inside. I didn't mean inside like this. I meant actually inside. Yeah, we just have to exit this, don't we? It's going to be weird, the companions not being fully voiced now. I'm going to have to get back into reading for them. Commander, Dorganlinda is avoiding your gaze. Her voice sounds hollow. I've been doing everything to prevent this, but the hardship has done its work. More and more suppliers are raising prices, demanding to be paid up front, or just cutting all ties. Voluntary contributions are dwindling by the month. It's time for decisive measures, or we won't have any means of waging war at all. There is only one option left, compulsory requisitions. My suggestion is to collect all that we need from the common folk of Mendev. Robbing the people is the last thing I'd advise, but what can you do? They'll say it's a donation. We'll say it's a donation to support the War of Faith. We'll set up a temple and send some clerics to go with the soldiers. The clerics will agree to go. If the clerics who will agree to go, that is. So by decisive measures, you mean robberies? Then it's obvious who we should start with. The rich and the aristocracy, of course. They've got enough gold tucked away in their castles and mansions to supply our soldiers with everything they need, and still leave some coin left over for us. If we must rob people, let's rob those who rob others. Thieves, bandits, fences. That wouldn't be such a terrible deed, would it? How has it come to be that we ourselves are now the fellows of the Crusade? Oh, they were the group that was robbing from other people, weren't they? As soon as we began to claim abandoned property, people started to say we were scavengers looking to profit from the war and death. And some of the things that we took ended up having inheritors, legal representatives of their missing owners, and the other characters who hadn't cared about their property for years, but cried out in protest the moment we laid a finger on it. I guess it doesn't bother them that we're in the middle of this little thing called a war. I don't even know what I'm doing with her accent anymore. Hopefully this is the last one. Tell me more about your suggestions. Right away. Woljif, what are you suggesting? Where do you go to get money? To those who have lots of it, obviously. We'll make those pampered Mendevian nobles pay up, all them barons and counts. Anyone with a big purse, really. Can you imagine all the stuff they've got? Our soldiers will be walking around in silk coats and eating off silver. Arushale, what's your opinion? If we have to rob someone, it should be robbers and brigands. Unfortunately, we've come to know many of them well in the time we've spent overseeing the Crusade's logistics. I mean, it's not that I believe in garbage like honour among thieves or whatever, but let's not. Commander, you gotta know what's good for us. We wouldn't step on the toes, claws and tentacles of some idiot thugs from the back alleys. That'll just upset their higher-ups. Serious criminals and guilds with connections on all continents. Do we really need an enemy like that? Trust me, Baphomet will seem like a pretty nice guy compared to, say, the Tetrad Consortium or the Council of Thieves. Dorganlinda, what's your plan? The people of Mendev are used to paying for the Crusade. They'll do it again. Some church will surely support us and let us act on their behalf if we give them a modest donation out of what we collect. This whole thing is a disgrace, of course. Common Mendevians have suffered more than anyone in this war. Taking from them what little they have left is unconscionable. It's interesting there's no effects of this decision. Wonder what will happen if we choose not to rob anybody. I like Woljif's suggestion. Woljif will make requisitions from the nobles and the rich. This is a great day for Mendev. The people's justice has come. Soon we, the simple folk, will live like dukes. We'll defeat the demon invasion too, of course, and become the saviours of the world. In truth, it doesn't make much difference whom we collect these donations from. We'll be known as muggers all the same. Dorganlinda lets out a heavy sigh. Either way, we'll get through this crisis. It won't be easy, I can promise you that. But when has it ever been easy for us? I will report the results of the fundraising efforts in due time. Commander, the scouts have brought troubling news. Karamzadin has been spotted near Threshold. He's gathering, no, not an army, but a horde the likes of which we've never seen. All those victories you've had over him were an affront to the Abyss. The general the demons were most proud of, the one they revered, lost to some mortal, and the very thought of it enrages them. Now those who call themselves the champions of the Abyss are converging under his banner, the most wicked, brutal, and dangerous demonic warriors. We're not facing another skirmish, but a decisive battle. It will determine which of you deserves the title of the greatest military leader in this war. Captain Odin's eyes, despite his usual impassive demeanour, now gleam frantically. But Karamzaden is not the only one with powerful allies. Your victories have elevated your authority to such heights that the best warriors of Golarion would consider it an honour to stand alongside you in this battle. Why don't we send an official offer of military cooperation to Multhune? Their imperial army is strong and disciplined, and could be of great use to us. Lastwall and Mendev have much in common. Lastwall too must hold the line against dark forces. The Shining Crusaders are every bit as noble as the Mendevian Crusaders. Maybe we could call them to our aid. I suggest we contact the Esoterium Lodge. It's a private and rather powerful Chalexian group of wizards from Cortine. Their members have combat experience, they are skilled spellcasters, and I know how we can secure their support. After a brief sly grin, Greybor puts on an innocent look and says, "If you want to get yourselves some intrepid allies who know a thing or two about killing monsters, ask the Dragon Slayers. Sure, we're not at war with dragons here, but if the monster is big, scaly, and breathes fire, what difference does it make?" Shifters are as rare as hen's teeth these days, but even so, they haven't died out on Golarion. I sent out dispatches to our old allies in the lands where the ancient ways have not yet been forgotten, and I got an answer. They live, my brothers and sisters in faith, who carry the power of wild beasts within them are alive. Call them, and they will come. Who are these champions of the Abyss? A pack of most vicious and skillful slayers of mortals one could imagine. Many demons see Golarion as their hunting ground. They boast about how many mortals they've killed, how many raids they've been in, how many prisoners they've captured. The very idea that a bunch of Golarions keep defeating a renowned general of the Abyss is an anathema to them. Karamzaden summoned them to join his retaliatory force. They all serve different demon lords, have different goals, and rarely see eye to eye. They have only two things in common. They're all excellent and fearsome fighters, and they're all eager to teach mortals a lesson in obedience. Why can't we accept help from all who offer it? These are warriors and armies who take pride in their stature and invincibility. To be the ones who aided the legendary commander of the Mendevian Crusaders would bring them esteem, but to be just one of many would bring humiliation. Alas, they are not driven by a desire to save Golarion, but by ambition and their faith in you, and by their own pride. I want to hear the opinions of my advisors. Everyone looks at you expectantly. Seela, tell me more about Lastwall. They live in constant anticipation of being attacked, because their neighbour is Virlish, the resting place and prison of the Whispering Tyrant himself. Lastwall has become a bastion of purity in the ideals of Iomedae. The whole country is prepared to mobilise at any moment to begin a new shining crusade. I doubt they'll send us the troops who are guarding the border, but many high-ranking and pious clerics could answer our call. Lastwall doesn't need their help at this very moment, but the evil in the north must be contained. I've been to the Cathedral of Sancta Iomedae in the capital of Lastwall, and I've spoken to its prioress, Second Sword Knight Aluna Vavatos. I'm sure that she and her fellows will answer our call. Regil, tell me about the Esoterium Lodge. They are based in Corentine, in southern Cheliax. The organization strictly follows the ideology of hell, and primarily consists of former and active officers of the Chalexian Navy. Given that Cortine is simultaneously a key trading port and a military foothold against Gurun's expansion, the Lodge possesses substantial resources and does not shy away from military action. I am aware that the Esoterium has been amassing their forces lately, seeking out talented spellcasters and training them in military and magical arts. We could convince them to use this might in our war. My brothers from the Order of the Chain hold some sway in Corton and could serve as brokers in our negotiations. I've heard some dark rumours about that lodge. Those are some sinister allies, and I'd think twice before inviting them to join the crusade. Greyball, did I miss something, or are we now fighting dragons, not demons?
No, but the monsters that oppose us are just as mighty and immense. Why not make use of it? Dragon Slayers are a unique class of killer, given that their enemies are unbelievably powerful, and every hunt could be their last. They can be quite conceited, and won't enter just anybody's service, but our fame will certainly impress them. Dragon Slayers know how to handle a massive, deadly opponent, and I bet ours won't be ready for what they have in store.
Dragon Slayers do indeed live every day like it's their last. I've encountered them myself, and I can say with confidence that every one of them is a daredevil, unable to envision a life without risk. The Crusade can find more worthy allies. Ulbrich, tell me about your fellow shifters.
Shifters are akin to druids. Our art is much more ancient. It's not just older than spells and runes, it might even be older than speech itself. Galarian has forgotten the primordial mysteries of talons and fangs, but there are some who remember. In the depths of the Verduran forest, on the frozen peaks of the realm of the Mammoth Lords, amidst the hills of the hold of Belkzen. They are not Sarkorians, no, but they are children of nature, as am I, and they have hated the Oglins that turned a flourishing land into the Worldwound.
In other words, a crowd of disorganized barbarians from every corner of Avestan. What good will it do to bring a horde of unwashed savages down upon us all? How will Monthuni warriors help us, Captain Odin? Over the years, the Multhun has spent expanding their borders. Their army has gained a respectable amount of combat experience. Since the ambitions of the young state had to be backed with serious military power, they formed a national army, mostly made up of members of their underclass, immigrants, and even wild races like hobgoblins and nagas. To make such a motley horde into a real army, their officers created a system of absolute uniformity regarding equipment, tactics, and training. They enforce iron discipline, fearlessness, and complete subordination to commanding officers.
Multhun is greedy and ambitious. Before you know it, they'll see themselves not as allies, but as friendly interventionists, who have a stronger claim to the lands they've reclaimed from the demons than Mendev, and will have another war.
Everything's clear to me now. What are the effects? Oh, it changes the Hall of Champions. All hardened veterans become Knights of Ozum. I mean, the Demon Slayers Guild sounds alright. Chaotic neutral. What about shifters? They're just pure neutral. Honor guards are lawful good. Let's go with the Dragon Slayers. Let's go with Greyball's suggestion. Send generous gifts to the Dragon Slayers Guild.
And make sure the scribes attach a list of all the monsters the commander has slain personally. Dragon Slayers are always hungry for glory. They'll jump at the chance to fight shoulder to shoulder with such a famous and deadly figure.
Well, we could certainly use new allies. The most gruesome battle in the history of the Crusades awaits us. Either we will prevail over Karamzaden and the Abyss itself, or we will fall defending Golarion to the last. Commander, I have a request. Captain Odin stops short, looks around the room frowningly, then shakes his head. Though this isn't the time to make it. When you have a spare minute, please come and find me. I would like to discuss something very important to me. Something very personal. I would be grateful if we could talk before our armies are sent out to battle the champions of the Abyss. Sure thing, I'll come talk to you right now. We're going to have to build one more level of... I don't even know if we're going to be able to max out logistics. I mean, I know there are some 16,000... Because they're buildings that take up 4 squares but give you 16,000 logistics. You're actually losing logistics versus if you built 4 single buildings. But then buildings that give you 18,000 are just the same as building 4. Odin looks paler than usual. His voice trembles nervously. Commander, now that our troops are in excellent shape and ready for action, I request to be sent to the front lines to serve as a field officer. Why do you want that? Odin clenches his fists in desperation, a dramatic show of emotion for the normally imperturbable captain. I've been preparing for this battle for decades. My duty to my fallen comrades forbids me from hiding behind others. After a pause, he adds in a heavy voice, I'm tired of living under the weight of my sins. Perhaps in battle, I can free myself of their burden. Are you sure you can handle going back to the front lines? All 200 of my dead brothers and sisters are waiting for me to do my duty. I will not allow myself to stumble under their gaze. You remind me a bit of Erwin from Attack on Titan. Oh, that gives us logistics experience. I'm sorry. We're not going to send you... We don't need another general. We need 15,000 logistics experience. Your knowledge and experience are needed more at headquarters. Odin's face stiffens, but his voice does not betray the emotions that are gripping him. As you will, Commander. I hope my knowledge will prove useful not only in the army, but in other areas as well. Sorry, mate. I know you'd like to go, but we need you here. 15,000 logistics experience might just make up the difference in terms of actually maxing that stat out. It's weird that it gives you logistics, diplomacy, and leadership experience and not military, given that he's the military kind of guy. It's weird that there were no choices attached to the logistics. Oh, that's Karamzadan's army. Okay. So we'll definitely use the level 12 army. That's a level 15 army. Oh, and it's got Karamzadan as a general. I won't lie, that's pretty scary. It's the last big fight though, isn't it? We can do it. Whoa. Oh, is this... Oh, it's the veterans that changed. That's where that came from. Understood. Okay, you also come down here, please. You can head down this way too. To start picking these off. Spending all of our money on resources at this point. An enemy army has reached you and now attacks. Pursue them. Give a fireball over here. And then a scorching ray here. Easy. Okay, so this must be from that event. As 15,000 finance point. It knocks morale down though. I guess it doesn't actually level up until we do this. Have to wait like 12 days for that though. To get over, yeah, so we go up to the lands of Yathwatch first. And blend all these reinforcements together. Wish there was some sort of logic to how these ordered themselves, like the most recently purchased are at the bottom. That would make more sense to me. There you go, we've got a bit more in terms of reinforcements there now. And where were the other armies? Yeah, you go over here first. This might be a tougher fight than we normally have with our main general. Oh, we have Scorching Ray now. Oh, but it's rubbish. You've got... I guess your actual power output's not that good, is it? Okay, use it on the liches. Yeah, the liches need to be weakened. Rogues, you can stay put. Do enslave soul on their hedge knights. Not hedge knights, sorry. Grave knights. Slingers, you keep hitting the liches. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Note to self, Grave Knights are aggressive. This is not going well. Okay, Song of Seasons, definitely. You all need to come in here, so you can hit them there. Rogues, you attack them there. You move up one, just so you can hopefully hit both the Song of Seasons. Oh, this has gone bad. This has not gone well so far. Okay, that's better. Do another Song of Seasons. And keep hitting the Grave Knights. Oh dear. You try and kill these ones. It'd be better if they weren't attacking us constantly. You also keep hitting them. You go and hit the liches, then we can hit them with Song of Seasons too. That's good. We haven't got any more Song of Seasons. Yeah, Scorching Ray does basically nothing. See if you can kill the Royal Lakai. Yes, good. The Grave Knights are still the biggest threat here. Use Scorching Ray on them. These things are nasty. Okay, again, the Grave Knights. You know what, you go and help out the convicts with the conscripts, even with the liches. You two. I think these guys with the shield can handle... Yeah, they only take one health loss there. Let's try and heal. Heal again. Okay. Great. Now you come back and go for the Grave Knights again. Hopefully we can finish. Oh, we should have used Scorching Ray then. Should have just used Scorching Ray. 100% should have just used Scorching Ray. Okay, heal up again. Then just use one more heal. Will it be the most valuable? Put the Golden Legionnaires back up to top. We're going to get one more hit off, which is frustrating. But not enough to kill. Perfect. Right, what did we replenish? I wish we just hadn't got any slingers back. Might as well have just lost the slinger unit and got more, got better soldiers. Are there any more attacks coming in that I haven't noticed? Start sending you over that way. Also start sending you down here. The Fort Sinister Mansion is besieged by the enemy. Oh, I assumed that they'd already made it there. A bladesmith has arrived in Dresden. A bladesmith that has arrived in Dresden is impressed by the axe filled with Rovagug's power. He wishes to make some improvements to the relic and suggests tempering it through one of the techniques known to him. Blood of wild predators. Mountain winds, sure. Having forged a blade, the shamans of Sarkoris did not use water or oil to harden it. Their smithies were located high in the mountains, so the flaming blade was exposed to the dense, powerful gusts of the mountain winds, which are as glacial as the peak-top streams. The sacred winds imbued the blade with lightness and extraordinary sharpness. And mysterious poison. Several soldiers returned from the battlefield poisoned. The alchemists claim that their bodies contain a unique poison. It must be extracted along with the blood, because the poison will be ruined after the person's death. The healers, however, are asking the commander to give the victims a chance to be saved. Yeah, we'll definitely treat the soldiers. The healers were able to save the afflicted. The soldiers were glad for their comrades' recovery. Maybe I should just cancel this. We hardly need material points. Yeah, I'm going to cancel it. Requisitions. Requires 30 days to solve. Those who do not wish to give even a small share of their riches to the crusade will lose much more because of their greed. Units of merciless armed bandit-like treasurers will persuade each and every one of them to share their hard-earned property with the crusaders. Well, that feels a bit immoral. But do we have to do this as part of the logistics? Because logistics still isn't... Yeah, it's still not showing that it's leveled up, so... I guess we do have to do it. Requisitions. We probably wouldn't have got that if we'd picked the option to not do anything like this. Which in hindsight, I kind of wish we had picked that option, but can't change it now. Right, I want you to move... Oh! Do I want you to move down there yet? You can recruit again. I don't even really know if we need to at this point, though. Yeah, you just move down here. Let's just try and get this over with. It might be risky to fight the army on the low, that's a few levels higher than us, but I think we can take them. Let's do Drake training. How long have I been recording? Okay. Before we attack, let's do Mighty Tempest. I don't think that did anything. We'll do Song of Deceiving Thickets. All units in the target army receive a penalty forcing them to make a successful will saving throw. I'm gonna dump all the debuffs we possibly can on these. Mark of Terror 2. And then we'll do Amplify Resistance on this army. Save before doing the attack, just in case. But we'll go for it. I reckon our magic will still be able to make this a pretty quick win. Oh, did they all get knocked over because of hideous laughter? Well, not going to complain. Can I hit them all with... No, I can't hit multiple at once. Okay. Firestorm here. Yeah, this is not a problem. And then Ice Storm the Balors. Karamzaden, you were terrible. We didn't even need our soldiers. Champions of the Abyss. Where's our other army? Okay. I believe in you. You can fight them. Oh, an achievement. Defeat Kramzaden's army in crusade mode. Heroic victory. That was a heroic victory. Okay. Do Firestorm here. You charge up. You finish them off. Rogues just wait around. Yeah, this is hardly a challenging fight. Try and Scorching Ray the Gallows. And you can go finish them off. Perfect. Amazing. Report. The army of the Champions of the Abyss gathered by Karamzadem was thought to be invincible. The crushing defeat delivered by the commander has demonstrated the folly of this belief. The greatest, fiercest, and proudest warriors of the Abyss have been put into the dry Sarkorian ground, thus proving that even demonic rage cannot bring down the fearless defenders of Golarion. Great. Guess that means we've finished with the military leveling up at least. And there are no more armies hanging around, are there? Perfect. I mean, I don't really need to skip any of the days or anything. Yeah, I guess that's it then for military. Doesn't seem like there's any more things to do on that front. Am I really just going to have to skip 30 days? Oh, I'm annoyed now. I wish I'd gone for the option to just not rob anybody for logistics. Even for role-playing reasons, I think we'd just try and stick it out. Commander, the army of the Champions of the Abyss has been routed. Karamzaden has fled to Threshold and abandoned his invincible allies. Odin's pale face, normally so calm, now bears an expression of barely contained exultation. This is a triumph for all of Golarion. We've made it clear to every plane out there that we can repel an attack by any opponent. As long as heroes like our soldiers are protecting Golarion's borders, I wouldn't recommend showing up here uninvited. We've taught the demons a lesson they won't soon forget. The sacrifices we've made in this war have thus proven effective. Seems like your path is to knock one esteemed Abyss dweller after another off their pedestals. Who's going to be your next enemy? Lamashtu herself? Take that, you vermin! For Sarkoris! For the war chief! The troops are still in the process of tallying up the spoils, and the battlefield looks like a blood-soaked treasure vault. The demons learned that it was dangerous to mess with those mad Golarions, so they splurged on the best gear. It's all ours now, and we need to decide what to do with it. Are we going to keep these artifacts ourselves, demonstrate our trophies to all of Avestan, or destroy them in divine purifying flame? The commander gains the Armed to the Teeth feat, which provides a +3 luck bonus to damage. So that's if we keep the weapons. The commander gains the Doom of Demon's Defeat, which provides a +3 luck bonus to attack. Or the commander gains the Favour of the Gods feat, which provides a +3 luck bonus to AC. Ooh. I think our AC is probably our weakest thing of these three. We do a lot of damage and our attack is high. Yeah, let the clerics commit this taint to the flames. The gods will be pleased with this act. I'm certain it won't go unnoticed, Commander. Standing solemnly, Odin says in a slightly trembling voice, "What I'm about to say may be inappropriate, even unacceptable for an officer speaking to their superior, but I'm proud to serve you. When I was a boy, I imagined myself as a general who would give back to the armies of Mendev their unstoppable might. Then I grew up and left those childish fantasies behind. But then you appeared, and they weren't childhood fantasies anymore. And I was even able to participate. Could I dream of anything more? Never. At last the Crusader army has regained the glory and might unseen since the days of the First Crusade. The trials we have overcome together have made our warriors into ideal soldiers, cogs in the mechanism of war. Good work, Commander." "I never thought I'd be interested in a career in the military, but I suppose I wouldn't mind serving in such an unstoppable and well-arranged army, if I were younger and the pay were higher." "You're an odd duck, Odin. What kind of person dreams of war? A loving family, a warm house, crisp beer in the cellar. Sure, that's something to aim for. But war? Where's the dream in that? Except for dreaming that it'll end soon so you can get on with living your real life. And thank the gods, we've made that happen at last." Odin squares his shoulders and salutes you solemnly. "Commander, it is an honor for me and for all of your officers to serve in your army." Nice. Well, we finished... Oh, I didn't realise I was talking to you, Ivy. We finished the military requirement then, at least. Now we really are just running out the clock for requisitions. We don't even need to recruit anymore. Yeah, mercenaries go up. I'm not going to bother with any of these now. Events, idle. Many recruits are eager to serve under the commander of a legendary reconnaissance officer. Many recruits are eager to serve under the command of a legendary reconnaissance officer who also eggs them on to accept death-defying missions. As dozens of soldiers have lost their lives trying to earn his approval, the other officers are asking the commander to intervene. So we can forbid him to egg on the candidates. They gain the prudent feat unaffected by flanking. Encourage the behaviour. Recruitment growth for all trainable units from the main archery range and stables increases by 20%. Assign the best warriors to the officer's unit. Unlocks the best of the best decree. 4 honour guards are recruited at the commander's thing. Send the officer to look for recruits in Mendev. Unlocks the famous recruiter's decree. We'll just forbid him to egg on the candidates. Recruits and weaker soldiers cannot handle deadly trials. Upon accepting this truth and giving up on the idea of serving in the officer's unit, the troops have become more cautious in battle, which has reduced overall losses. Nice. Yeah, there are no more attacks or anything happening at the moment. I'm just going to keep skipping until we get to requisitions. Yeah, all generals gain the pet beast. I'll keep doing the relics, why not? Got another event, beasts. The Sarkorian land is full of dangerous creatures and abyss-poisoned beasts. A large pack of monsters has migrated to the Crusaders' territory and made its lair somewhere in the vicinity of Dresden. They attack scouts and hinder deliveries of provisions. We can hunt them down or teach soldiers to deal with monsters. All units gain the ready for anything feat for a certain amount of days. Nest cleanup decree adds 6,000 logistics experience points. We'll do that. We'll find and clear out these beasts. On the commander's orders, the soldiers will purge the beast's lair with fire and steel. This will make journeys safer and supply deliveries easier. Okay, we've got another army coming down. Who's closest? This is a level 10 army. Well, it doesn't matter who's closest if we can teleport. Firestorm. Oh, they survived. Unpredictable magic. Oh, they all look like Ivu. Oh, that's cute. Nice. Fate of Zarias' pin. Zarias' blood, which coated the pin when she died, turned into metal and fused with the tip. The craftsmen of the crusade are asking you to give them the pin so they can place it inside a relic. I need the commander to decide what sort of item it will be. A headband or a ring? I like rings. Carry out the decree. Let's do the fate of the remains of the colourless one. Oh, hello, Georgie. How you doing? Everything's ready for the relic. The craftsmen of the crusade have studied the remains of the monster known as the Colourless One. They wish to process these remains and turn them into a relic that could serve the commander. All that is left is to choose the item they should create. Arrows, breastplate, spectacles. Let's make spectacles. Gem cutters have fashioned the monster's remains into lenses. Spectacles with these lenses will grant the wearer a part of the Colourless One's power. And enchanting voice. One of the units ran into a monster with 100 female heads. They were singing in sweet voices, and the singing was putting both crusaders and demons to sleep. One deaf knight slew the creature, but even death did not silence the heads. The soldiers cut off one of them, gagged it, and brought it to Dresden. What should be done with this head? Sell it, use it against demons. Or use it for healing. Yeah, we'll use it for healing. That sounds nice. At times, emotional wounds are more dangerous than physical injuries. Many soldiers suffer from nightmares and insomnia, and the healers can now ease their anguish with enchanted singing. Lovely. Let's do Zarias' pin. No more armies hanging around, are there? Nope, doesn't look like it. Oh, that one spawned behind us. I call foul on that. Hello, Georgie. Hello. I don't even need to firestorm. Fireball. Easy. This general is a powerhouse. Where was that other army? Is that a level 11 army? Yeah, that's definitely something for our main general to deal with. Unless you could maybe handle it. It says that you should be able to. You've got a decent power level. We'll send you that way. Oh, that's not good. Hey! No turning my soldiers against me, please. Okay, fireball here. Maybe this was overzealous. Okay, you guys charge the succubi. Paladins, you can also come and get the Uladru, whatever you call it. Okay, war priests. Whoa! Not a fan of that, thank you. Song of Seasons is probably best here. Please tell me the paladins aren't completely... Oh, they're charmed. Of course they're charmed. Yeah, that sucks. Okay, at least we've got our range units back now. Do another fireball here. Oh, I didn't mean for Song of Seasons to friendly fire. Didn't consider that was a risk. Okay, we'll win this, but we'll take a lot of losses. Not that that really matters at this point. Hey. Okay, everyone's dying. Oi! Oh, it's because they can fly, isn't it? Right, well, you're pinned in. Not much else you can do. Oh, good, they didn't die. That's what counts. Okay, Scorching Ray. Actually, no, I want to heal. Cure wounds on the cavaliers. There you go, the succubus aren't putting much of a problem anymore. Okay, no one needs healing. Wish you could resurrect. We lost a lot there. Well, yeah, 78 paladins down the drain. That's not ideal. Oh well, though, we did it. It's not like it really matters that much now. Okay, level up. Take experience, traveler. And travel back down this way. Last forces. As events in the World Wound take an even more dramatic turn, as the Crusaders spill more and more of their own blood, the people of Golarion come to understand how high the stakes truly are in this war. When the war reaches its crucial moment, the commander can issue the final call for recruits, and everyone capable of holding a weapon will answer it, but the commander must be wise when choosing the day and hour for such an appeal. An allied Crusader army has been recruited at the commander's headquarters. Army strength is influenced by the number of losses suffered by the Crusaders during the campaign. This decree can be issued only once. Okay. I guess that's because we took a lot of losses there. Well, let's just do it now. We'll enchant the remains of the colourless one. Okay. 2 priests have come to Dresden to pray over the relic of the fallen Zaoris. The commander must decide whose prayer will be offered. Nethys, the wearer of this ring deals a sneak attack. Whenever the wearer of this ring deals a sneak attack damage for the first time in a fight against an enemy, that enemy becomes filled with paranoia. For each adjacent ally of the affected target, they suffer -1 penalty in saving throws and -2 on damage rolls. Might be good on Woolgif. Azorius' beauty. If the companions of the wearer of this ring attack the same target as the wearer, they deal an additional 1d6 points of precision damage with each successful melee attack. They also gain a +2 circumstance bonus on the attack rolls against this target. Let's go with this one. Conthir's Wisdom. Though that's not... I mean, 1d6 is not that much, I don't think. The circumstance bonus is pretty good. Okay, yeah, we'll do Nocticular, actually. The ritual of the Priestess of Nocticular awakens Zaoris' dormant power within her cursed blood. The pin's magic, much like in the days past, will cloud the minds of enemies and inspire allies. Poisons and medicines. A healer is asking for troops and resources so he can investigate Sarkorian flora. Even though many of the local plants have been poisoned by the World Wound, they could still be studied and potentially used as medicine or combat poisons. Let's allow Ulbrig to share his experience. The healer was delighted to talk with Ulbrig. Here was a living encyclopedia of knowledge that had long been thought lost. Together they have compiled a practical field guide to help the Crusaders find medicinal plants in the World Wound. Great. Everything's ready for the relic. The colourless one's unholy spirit still lives within the gear crafted from its remains. The dark sorceries of demon worshippers can awaken this spirit and empower the relic. Okay, one of them... These glasses allow their wearer to use the Maddening Gaze ability 3 times. As a swift action, you can look in a certain direction. All enemies in a 50-foot cone must pass a will saving throw or suffer intelligence damage. If I'm confused. Or a prayer to Jubilex. These glasses are made from very thick crystal. It's difficult to see through them, thus the wearer suffers a -2 penalty to attack rolls. However, whenever the wearer lands a first hit in a melee against a new enemy, the target must pass a fortitude saving throw. That one seems pretty rubbish. I'll go for the this one. Hey, Georgie. No. You can't sit there and then attack me when I go for my mouse. That is not allowed. No. Nipper. Hey, no, don't go for my feet. I know you. Long ago, Nocticula killed the demon lord Clawfer, and out of the fusion of his blood and hatred, the colourless one was born. A priestess, a cultist of the Lady in Shadow, was invited... Georgie! Cheeky. Was invited to Dresden to awaken within the remains of the Crusader's agonized spirit. As a result, the relic was filled with destructive power that drives enemies insane. Great. We're 3 days away from requisitions. I'll leave it there. I appreciate that a lot of this has been a fairly tedious sequence of events, basically just sitting in the Crusade map. But next time, I think we'll finish the logistics level, and then I reckon we'll go to Threshold next time and get started there. Anyway, thank you for watching, especially if you've just sat through me doing all this map stuff. And yeah, if you want to follow this series, I'll ideally be posting daily. Although I appreciate I haven't posted in the last few days. Like I said, it was because of the construction next door. But I'll see how I go as I get towards the end of this game. I'll probably try and finish it up in the next few days. And then start a new game. But yeah, if you want to leave a like or a comment, I'd very much appreciate it. Thanks for watching, folks. Bye.